Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today is June's haul video. And you might be thinking, where's part 5 or 6? I don't know, what are we? I think we're on part 6 of the 250th bottles. I'm still waiting on to one actually I missed delivery today while I was out running errands, because that's exactly what happens. If you leave the house for an hour, that's when UPS decides to come. So hopefully I get that bottle tomorrow. I should be getting another bottle from a friend that might be going into it, and there's one bottle that there's no tracking on it yet. So I'm putting this haul video in here to give me a little bit of time to get these other bottles. But you know, you guys like the haul videos, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. And there's a lot of bottles here of why wouldn't there be? So before that, we do have a giveaway for part 3. All right, this is part 3. This wasn't the bad one. I think this had a couple good ones, couple bad ones, or you know, something like that. Who knows anymore? They're all blur at this point. And the winner, East Coast Whiskey Sipper, fellow little whiskey YouTuber. Go check him out. Congratulations, buddy. Now he can suffer through this stuff with me. All right, we're gonna get right into it because I have a lot of bottles and a lot of these prices, actually everything on this table is gonna be right off my credit card, so it's gonna be with tax and shipping included. You know, that's what I pay for it. That's where we're about to get into. So as you see, a lot of the 250 bottles right off the get-go. I basically went online on the 25th of June and tried to buy all the 250 bottles I could find. And that's what basically all of these are from. Some of them, obviously, like I said before, we're still waiting on. So the Noble 250, this is a bottle I just reviewed on the channel. I never had anything from Noble. I actually like this. Again, if you want actual reviews of any of the 250 bottles, check out the other videos on this channel, because that's basically the last 5 videos and probably the next one. So this is, what's his name? Mike Rowe. Yeah, Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, I think created this brand or is behind this brand. I don't know exactly his exact involvement, but he's definitely part of this Noble brand, because I'm pretty sure this is a tribute to his granddad, Carl Noble. So I'm sure it's like his brand. But this is 7-year-old Tennessee whiskey. It was actually pretty decent. You know, for a celebrity whiskey and a 250th thing, you know, 2 negative things that we're finding out quickly. Not so good. So that was $127.30. And again, this is with shipping and taxes. Then we have this new Louisville barrel house. This is age 9-year. Cool little buff George Washington on there like that. Looks like he's got a saw in his hands. That's that's pretty cool. I just noticed the saw before. We got a, this was together. So the Nulu and the gold bar, which I'm not going to take it out of the sleeve because it's so shiny. If you haven't seen what it looks like, go check out my other video. But these two together, plus shipping and everything, was $234.97. And the gold bar is not good. Basically telling you all the results of these videos without you go look at it. The Nulu was pretty good, but it was too expensive. I'm pretty sure that was like $150-ish. And it just wasn't that good. But the gold bar was very, very bad. Then we have this Whiskey War from, what was it, from High Bank from Columbus, Ohio. Whiskey War double oaked, and this is $143.55. Again, I think it's like $120 plus everything else. This is actually pretty good. Again, the price is the problem on a lot of these. Even if they're good, they're just too expensive for what they are. We have this Swill Dog Stars and Stripes WVU, you know, West Virginia University edition, Stars and Stripes Americana. This is $122.29. That was, if I remember correctly, okay to good. See, I'm not even remembering myself. We have this wood hat, which was very interesting. There was a lot of discussion about this brand in the comment section. The wood hat was $175.39. That was 100% the problem with the wood hat, little sticker coming off. Too expensive for, again, what it was. It tasted too young and crafty for me for that price point, even though it has some higher age stuff in it. And then we have this 4 Branches. Again, this is all the 250 releases. That was $146.01. I don't remember liking that one. Pretty sure that was one of the ones that didn't do so well. And again, price not that good. We have this Breckenridge. Now this was actually cheap if I remember correctly. This was $66.99, so I'm pretty sure that was like 45 bucks maybe plus shipping and everything. It wasn't all that good, but at least it was cheap. So there's that, right? So that is the positive on that. There is a few more 250 bottles, but these are, I'm kind of just going through, everything's just piled on top of each other. It's chaos behind the camera, let me tell you. But a couple other things I got online. So both these Evernorths, this is the Evernorth Spirits Exodus Rye Volume 4. And obviously these are from the Bourbon Junkies. They have their own distillery called Evernorth. If you don't know who the Bourbon Junkies are, they are very big whiskey tubers. And this is the other one, this Night Stalker, right? Yep, Night Stalker Volume 5. Both of them are very good. And both of them were $80. And I got those because I'm a Patreon member of theirs, like a lower tier, definitely not crazy tier or anything like that. But sometimes these bigger releases get to my level. And that's how usually I get the Evernorths. The Found North is still doing the lottery thing. And I'm pretty sure I won this through their lottery system that they do. This is batch 12. This was in my Whiskey Cigar Club at some point. So were these Evernorths. So if you want to see actual reviews of this, there have been reviews on the channel. So you just go search it and you'll find them. Because I don't exactly remember what I thought about it. I think it was kind of like good, okay to good again. And Found North was $180.77. The problem with Found North is the price. The price is always been a little bit too high, but their earlier batches were really good. I feel like that roped in a lot of people, and now their batches are kind of maybe not at that same level as they used to be. So let's get into the next lineup. All right, let's get right into the next one. Tallest bottle right in front of my face. Like, I don't have control over this, right? So all of these are local purchases. Yep. Where's this one? Yep. Okay, so they're all local purchases. And I actually had to go get one of the receipts today. That's one of my errands I went to go do. So I picked up this Angel's Envy Cash Strength Rye Fancy Box. Expensive. I don't know why I keep buying these. I'm just a sucker for these things, I guess. $250, not cheap at all. Again, this was my Whiskey Cigar Club, so if you want to see a review of it, it's in the video somewhere. Just like this Brook Hill, probably one of the most expensive bottles I've bought all year. And definitely this month was the most expensive bottle. Very expensive. I think this was $500. Is this even on this page? Yep. I almost didn't think it was on the receipt. $500. So not cheap whatsoever for a 14-year. It is very good. It is in contention for my whiskey of the year, but we shall see. I am starting to accumulate a couple good whiskeys of the year, competitors. This is definitely in there. So I know a lot of people are already putting out like their best of 2026 so far videos. I'm always a little bit behind everyone else on that because I try to wait a little bit to make sure the year's over when I do my stuff. But the half year is now over, so I can definitely do that. But once I get through the 250 stuff, I got a couple other videos I got to do, and then I'll probably do a blind of my top 5 of the year so far. This is definitely in it. So it's really good, stupid expensive. I always pick up any store picks that the store does, and they did this rum pick, which they did a rum with this. They did a rum pick with this company, I think a year or two ago, and it was really good. So not a problem. It is not cheap though. 120, but it is really good rum, 14-year rum. So I need to open that up and compare it to the other picks. I'm sure I still have some. And then these are both 250 bottles. Both of them not that good. This is a Copper & Cask 9-year double oaked, and that's $70. And the other Copper & Cask, this is the rye 8-year, same price at $70. This rye is one of the worst things I've had all year. Just gonna throw that out right now. And we were talking about this in the comment section about Copper & Cask being kind of hit or miss. Obviously, I did my pick there, right? They will always have a place in my heart. This is the only pick I've ever done. It's my first pick. And I have like 20 of their bottles. But to me, they are kind of all over the place on the releases. Luckily, their prices aren't bad. So even if you buy something that's not that good, you're not losing too much money. But still, $70. This one's not good like at all for my palate. This one was okay, but still not that good. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I also picked up this Penelope Blackberry Old Fashioned. This is one I haven't even tried. And I have tried the other 3 they've come out with so far, because I'm pretty sure this is the 4th one. I don't know how many they're going to do. But a company sent me an ice maker again. The same company that sent me the first ice maker, they sent me a smaller ice maker. They want me to kind of compare the two, but I'm going to compare the two, but I'm also going to try out the 4 different Penelopes over the ice. so I can drink whiskey while doing it. So that should be probably in July. It should be soonish, that video. So I'll have to drink this. So I'm kind of excited about this one. I did like the black walnut one, or the walnut one. I left this thing out here. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. It's just my notes for my credit card. So I know, this is what I do. I look at my credit card statements, my Venmo and stuff, and kind of make a whole list to figure out what receipts I'm looking for. Then I cross it out. Oh yeah, it's a whole thing over here. And a receipt I couldn't find was this one. But between the two of this Weller and James Pepper with tax, it was $136. So I'm guessing like the Weller store pick was, you know, I don't know, $70-ish. And this new barrel proof James E. Pepper rye, right? Is this a rye? Or am I not seeing the rye? Yep, there it is, rye. A little harder to see, but it's there in gold. So I haven't tried this yet. I kind of found it in a box doing this. I was like, oh, I forgot all about this. So I can definitely put this in my next Whiskey Cigar Club and get this open. I know there's a couple other ryes I want to compare this to, but that's got to be around $60 between the two of them. Or between the two of them was $136. So both pretty cheap. Weller store pick. Can't say no to those. I'm going to tell you right now. Those are always really good. And actually the same store, but a different day, I picked up this Knob Creek. This is the 250th version. This is one of these companies I just slapped a label on their regular juice and called it 250. So nothing special about it. Didn't do all that well. Or, yeah, I don't think it did that well compared to, I think it was in the first lineup. And the first lineup wasn't too bad, I think. I don't know. You gotta go check. I don't know. But I also picked up this Green River Honey. And that was pretty good. I think, oh, this is the one that people were getting in those crazy honeycomb boxes, like the YouTubers and stuff. Obviously, I didn't get one of those, but this was super cheap. $24, and the Knob Creek was $40. So both pretty cheap, probably the cheapest day at a liquor store I've had in a long time. It was under $64 for both of them, so that's always good. I had to go to the store today to get this receipt because I picked up this Blood Oath. And I noticed on my credit card, the price, and I was like, oh, I checked the MSRP. The MSRP is like $130, but I paid $150. So I don't know if the MSRP online is just different than what it is in Connecticut, but I thought these were like $150 anyway. So anyways, I paid $150 at my local store, which is usually MSRP. So I don't expect them to charge up for one random bottle. But I also, and this is a little, I guess, advice for you guys, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are in my shoes as well, where you have your local stores, you shop there a lot, you have friends that are like, how do you get all these bottles? Like, well, I have a very good relationship with this store, and you know, if I ask them, sometimes they can get it for me, right? I'm sure some of you guys are in these shoes. And so I have friends that are like, hey, there's this bottle I want, and it's not always whiskey, because for this example, it was a Remy Martin Tercet, which is like $105, and my buddy wanted a few bottles of this. And I don't know how rare this is. I actually talked to my liquor store about it. They said that they could get more in. So I don't think it's like crazy allocated, but it's harder to find, I guess, for a Remy product. And so my friend was able to get it through me. And, you know, that's helping me with, like, if we did points and stuff like that at this store. But just, you know, they see me more. I'm spending more money there, but I'm also helping my friends. So a little advice for you guys out there to help yourselves out by helping others. Let's go to the next lineup. All right, next lineup. I feel like there's not even a dent of these bottles yet. This is a crazy, I don't understand how this happens. All right, so we have, I picked up beer. I was gonna show it to you. There's 250 beers. Anyways, so Ardbeg Dolce, actually I haven't had this, right? Have I? I don't think so. Nope, still new. I haven't tried this yet. I need to. I just opened up a couple of Lafroigs the other day, and this would be probably a good thing to try it. But this Ardbeg Dolce, I do like scotches. Obviously, I drink less scotch now, mainly because of this channel. No one likes scotch videos, so I drink less scotch because no one wants to see it. So it's $110. I got to get into it. Next time I go to Cigar Lounge, I'll probably bring it because there's like half and half the people there like scotch or not. So then there's Booker's 2026-02 that I compared in a video versus this little book. And this is chapter 10, which is over there somewhere. I did do a comparison video of this. Both of them were good. I've enjoyed both Booker releases this year, which I did not like that many last year. The Bookers, the little book was $145 and the regular Bookers was $95. We have this Star Hill 2026, which I've also reviewed on the channel against the 2025 version. So you go check that out to see my thoughts on that. And that was $100. I picked up this Maker's Mark Cash Strength, the Brave, because someone told me that this was the 250th release. It's not. And I actually had this bottle already from like last year, but whatever. It's Maker's Mark Cash Strength. Can't complain too much. $47. We have this Evan Williams America 250th edition. $40. This is actually one of the best values of the 250 releases. And again, go check out the videos so you can check out that one and this one, right? Yeah, and this one, I don't know. See, all of these are also local store purchases. That's actually, all of that was one day. And then these 5 are on a different day. So we have this barrel, number 38, another decent release from the 250th, and $83. Again, I would have to go look to see, but you can go look. This Kentucky from 15 Stars, 12 year, and this was $55. I actually don't remember my thoughts on that. I don't think I liked it though. Now, something that I need to get into, and I'm definitely waiting for a Whiskey Cigar Club. This is another expensive bottle. This is Pride of Anderson County. This is kind of like that $500 bottle, but not as expensive. It's half of it. It's $250. But another bottle from Rare Character. You know, Rare Character apparently trying to get me bankrupt this month with these 2 bottles. I've never had a Pride of Anderson County before. I have had Brook Hill before, and those were delicious. So we'll see about this Pride of Anderson County. I'll definitely, I'll have to crack it probably a little earlier than that. Here's an interesting bottle. So this is a Copper and Cask Store Pick Cigar Blend Hazmat. The proof on this is stupid, 79%, 158 proof, 21-year-old Canadian, right? Yeah, 21-year Canadian, finished at Armagnac and Port barrels. Look at that tater sticker on the back. And if you guys remember, if you've been around long enough, the day I went to go do my pick, the store picked this. Now, when we were there at the pick, we tried a couple different hazmat 21-year-old Canadian whiskeys, but they weren't finished. Now, we did try some cigar blends for picks. That's why I went there to do, but I didn't really like any of them. I didn't really like this one. This is the one that they picked. I didn't even like this when they picked it because it was very butter popcorn forward. But that was before they finished it. So the whole time I was there, we were trying to create a hazmat cigar blend. And the store owner basically took my idea and had them finish the barrel they picked in Armagnac and Port barrels. So this is actually pretty good. I've now, obviously I've had a little bit of it. I'm probably gonna see if I can try to get another bottle of it. It's for 158 proof. It does drink hot, but doesn't drink that hot. And it's pretty tasty. I still don't know if it's a good cigar pairing. I actually had brought that to the cigar lounge all day, and a lot of people did enjoy it, and everyone was smoking there. So I guess it does pair well enough. So $85 for this crazy bottle. So I don't know how much bottles they have left, but if you want one, maybe reach out to me and I'll find out if they have more. But crazy stupid bottle for the price. And then they did this Buffalo Trace pick. This is a charity bottle. I usually don't pick up Buffalo Trace store picks anymore. Just there's so many out there. But it was a charity thing, so I was like, why not? And that was $35. I'm pretty sure it was like $5 extra for the charity. All right, let's go to the next lineup. All right, I think we only have one lineup after this, I think. I hope I can get it all in one. There's a couple other boxes there, but I put some of my July purchases, because I'm recording this on, the 9th already. So it's kind of late already in the month to record this, so I already have purchases for July. So that's kind of, it seemed more than it was, but still a lot, right? It's still a lot. Anyways. So let's get into it. So this is more local purchases. This is, I think this is part of what started this whole 250 thing, this Yellowstone one. Nice tube, the bottle looks really nice. The juice wasn't all that good. Again, go check out the videos. We're all like on part 5 or whatever. 55 bucks though, so for a 7-year-old pick, this is probably the best, one of the better values, because for $55, it's 7-year, bottle and bond, so 100 proof, store pick, nice label, tube and everything. So at least they put some, that's good effort. You know, they basically did 250 different single barrels and they distributed through the country. So I think what Yellowstone did was one of the better efforts into the 250th. So then we got this James E. Pepper barrel proof. This is a store pick. And again, I pick up all the store picks because I support my local stores. And that was $65. Now, if you ask yourself, Carlos, you rarely have your store picks open. No, I just had this discussion like 2 days ago with someone about me like comparing store picks. To me, as a viewer of WhiskeyTube, I don't really care so much about store picks as opposed to mass releases, because I probably will never get that store pick. So again, another thing that I buy, but I kind of put on the back burner because it's, you know, I drink almost 80% now for videos. Not really, I drink a lot more than that, but if my doctor's watching, I don't drink at all. This is just for show. So anyways, so this is from another local store. This was, I'm pretty sure I don't like this one either. Kentucky 6-year. Not expensive though, 40 bucks. I don't remember liking it though. This Duck Club, and this was like a starter pour for one of my whiskey cigar clubs. I forget if I like this or not, but it's not expensive, 31 bucks. There is another one. Oh, we haven't got to it yet. It'll be in the next one. The like a more foolproof one. All right, then I did the whole tater thing. This was like Father's Day weekend, I believe, where a bunch of liquor stores were doing stuff, and I got lucked into the 4th pick overall, and this is where I picked up this Jack Daniel's 14, which actually this isn't my bottle. This is Jerry's bottle, who let me borrow for the video, and then I gave him my bottle, which he opened up there so that other people could try it. So because Jerry's the best. But I just kept the bottle he gave me because you know, it was already a little bit out of it for sure. So that was $200, which was $50 more than MSRP, which I was not the biggest fan of. If I'm going to wait in a tater line, why am I paying extra for it? But I'm okay paying $200 for that bottle, even though I liked last year's better. They also did their, I think this is their first pick they ever did, but at least one of the first ones. I don't think they do a lot of picks there. They had it there for sampling. So foolproof store picks are usually really good anyway. So 50 bucks for that. Jerry for Bourbonado got me these 2 different Silver Springs. There's 2 different ones here. I don't even know if these are the 2 he sent me. I have so many at this point. But I do plan on doing the Silver Spring blind I've been teasing for, I don't know, 2 months now. For next Friday's video, I think that's my plan. I haven't recorded or anything like that, but that's my plan. And he got these both for me with shipping and everything. It was like 100 bucks. I'm trying to send him a little bit extra, but they were whatever, $40 to $5 MSRP. I did just see one of these flip on secondary yesterday for stupid money. And then another one for not like maybe double the price, but still. I don't know why people are paying up for these. They are good, but one of the reasons they are good is because they're the value. For 40, 45 bucks, they're great at that price point. I don't know why people are paying extra for it. We'll see how it is when I compare about 8 of them next Friday. Now, when I went to go see the France-Norway soccer game up in Boston, which is funny because right behind this camera is the France-Morocco game in Boston, live. So if I go crazy when I look up and they're scoring a goal, you know, I'm all into this World Cup thing. But I just stopped at a store up there, picked up this Penelope Riviera, right? Riviera. We were trying it, you know, tailgating at the game and after the game. The Riviera was 80 bucks, and I got, this is the par one, right? Or not the par one, the hole one. Yeah, I heard this is actually the worst one. This is the only one they had. But this is a whole one from Penelope. Architects of Golf, 55 bucks. Again, we were drinking that before and after the game. So, and sharing it, man, that was so fun. We were out there, like, we had like a little table and everything. People were walking by. There was a Polish guy that walked by. He goes, "Oh, I would like to try some American bourbon." That was not a good Polish accent. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but So that was real fun. So, you know, just sharing bourbon with different cultures. Good time. So let's get into, I think, the last lineup. All right, I lied. There's still gonna be another one after this because I have a box there and another box here, but they should all fit in at least one, hopefully. All right, so let's go with these. And I'm not talking about boxes, but I actually have both these the other day. I brought them both to the Whiskey Cigar Club. I brought them to the Cigar Lounge for the USA game. This Willem Dafoe one from Lefroy, it's a 14-year-old. It is delicious. I really, really like. Oh, France just scored. Well, congratulations. But this William Dafoe one was really, really good. I did like it more than the 15-year-old. It was good too, but the William Dafoe just had a lot more stronger fruit flavor to it. And let's see, the 15-year-old was 87, and the William Dafoe was 125. So I guess the price points match kind of like the difference in it. It is what it is, I guess. But that was really good. So maybe I'll compare these two and the Ardbeg one and maybe another bottle and kind of see. Maybe I'll do that in a video and two of you guys will watch it. But if you want more Scotch content on this channel, let me know. Let's see. This local store did a Garrison Brothers pick. Again, haven't got into it. And that was 170. Lord. Chattanooga, and this is it's just bourbon, single barrel, and this one was 65 bucks. I don't know if I've even tried either one of these two. Usually I try all of them at the store. And then I also picked up this whistle pig. This is the 250th one. I had no hopes for no high hopes. I had zero hopes for anything whistle pig. Didn't do that bad, but it was also in the same lineup as two really bad whiskeys, so it may just shine a little bit better that day. But it was 70 bucks. And then SLB did a cool thing, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I just haven't got the barrel. I want to, not like a tiny barrel, but like one of those like a quarter barrel ones. You kind of just dump a bunch of trash whiskey in it and just kind of see what happens. What SLB did was everyone basically sent them a bottle of bourbon. They dumped into a barrel. I forget what barrel and everything, but a regular size barrel like this size over here. You can't see. I'm pointing, and there's a wall of Lefroy's in front of it, but you know, the regular size barrel. And so they call it Double Oak Infinity Blend. I think it was in for about a year or so. I don't know if it actually says on here how long it was in there for. No, but anyways, it came out to 107.7 proof. But what Trenton did was he honored his grandfather, Kurt's dad, Wilmer, by putting him on the label. Kurt didn't know about it. It was a really cool thing. It's decent, you know, it's basically one big experiment, so you never knew what you're going to get. You know, people were sending good stuff, people were sending bad stuff. I think I sent like an Elijah Craig barrel proof thing like that. I don't remember. I know we just did a rye one, and I sent a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. A lot of people did, but I have so many of them. I was like, let me send something that's actually good. All right, so then SLB did this New Riff malted rye pick, 6-year, and that with taxes and shipping and everything was 105.28, so it's probably 80 bucks. And then A. Smith, I forgot, not that I forgot I had this, but kind of forgot I had this. So I got this Abraham Smith Bowman number 3. Now, I traded a guy, I forgot what I even traded him for this. He basically bought a bottle for me. Then he was like trying to trade this. I was like, why don't you just trade that for me? It's around the same value. So he ended up just sending this to me. But it was supposed to be 4. Now, he messed up. It's fine. But I am going to try to trade this 3 for either a 4 or a 5. That's my plan. I was like, it's fine. I'll figure it out on my end on what to do with it. But that's why it's not open. I don't plan on opening it. If I get a 4, that's good because that was my favorite whiskey of the year last year. So, favorite bourbon of the year last year. So, it's something I want. And if I get a 5, it would be good to try it for this year for maybe best bourbon of the year. So either one will be better than a 3 because it's already old. So there's that. And then my buddy Jerry picked up these bottles for me. The McBriar 250th, which is one of the best 250th releases out there. And really, really good. Again, go check out the videos. There's a gazillion of them. And he also picked up this Old Commonwealth Red Top Rye. We had it in a Whiskey Cigar Club, so that's also reviewed on a video. And both of those, with shipping and everything, came out to 300 bucks. I'm pretty sure So I'm not exactly sure which one's which, but I'm going off my Venmo thing. So that's those two. All right, now, hopefully, last lineup. All right, I look up and it's already 2-0 for France. So there's that. All right, this is the last lineup unless I'm just missing stuff, which probably missing stuff anyways. This all was one time, and this is from an auction. There's actually a couple other bottles of these, but we'll get into that. So my local store did a preservation dinner, which was really cool. It was at like a bar. I didn't realize they were a restaurant, but a restaurant. It's in an area that I really don't ever go to. But nice little dinner. The preservation guy was there. We had a bunch of different pours, including I think it was like a crazy like 20 or 21-year-old. I'm sure there's a picture of it on the screen right now for you because I'm not gonna look, but I'll find it when I'm editing. One of the things we could do was buy the Rare Perfection 10-year while we were there, and the guy was there signing the bottles. I'm sure I'll put his name up there as well. So if you wanted the Rare Perfection 10, you had to buy their new Old Man Winter store pick. Now I was gonna buy it anyways because that's what I do. I buy all his picks, and you know, Old Man Winter is a good bottle anyway. So each one, so the Old Man Winter was 167 or 166, excuse me, and the Rare Perfection was 215. So I bought a pair. My friend basically bought a pair. I bought it through him basically because everyone could buy one. So I have another set. I actually had another set, but I sold it already. So if anyone else wants this set together, email me because I don't need another set of this. I bought extras because I knew that people would want them. So if you want them, let me know. We were talking about this Duck Club earlier. So this is the high brass, right? Is this what it's called? Yep, high brass. I cut above 110. This is pretty decent, especially for the price. $41. Pretty sure that was pretty good for that price. And then I went there to also pick up, I won this, a Stag Junior, Stag, whatever you want to call it. This is 25C. It's not a 26, so do I care too much about it? No, not really. But it is what it is. 80 bucks. I won the right to buy it through a raffle program. This was an auction. They actually just did another auction this month, I think last weekend. I didn't even look at it. You see how many bottles I already buy. But this is basically the end of, or the beginning of June. So I picked this up in June. Yeah, June 7th. So this Joseph Magnus, this is batch 122. So, you know, if I see a low batch for a good price, I'm getting it. And that was a 130. I picked up this Marvelous Night for a Moon Dance Public Barrel Georgia Straight Bourbon 116, 13.1 age. And I'm like, man, 13-year-old bourbon for $80? Yes, please. I'm like, of course. Now I'm a sucker for older bourbon. I don't know why. They're usually not good. So I picked up this J.W. Dant 8-year Mount Rushmore decanter for 70 bucks, and comes in this box. And try not to break it, but there you go, nice and sealed. I have not opened this at all. I don't know if I will. After the next one. So I actually, I bought 4 of these, right? They're all different pictures, different artists, or oh God, I almost felt like it's a weird like thing, but see how this is a picture? The other ones are different pictures. So for example, here's another one. So there's 4 different ones. I opened it, put it into my Whiskey Cigar Club as the first pour. As soon as I cracked it open, it smelled not good. Then I started pouring it, and it was like mud almost. So yeah, I didn't make anyone drink it. No one volunteered to drink it. So not the best. I do have 3 other ones if anyone wants to buy them. They were about 30, 50, 30, 30. I don't know why one was a little bit more, but you know, not too expensive. It's a cool little piece to put in your bar, so, you know, I don't really want them at this point because I was hoping to drink them. So, you know, if you want some old Beam, let me know. So that's it, guys. That's all of it for the month of June. July is already starting to pile up back there. You know, obviously the 250 stuff kind of made me buy a few extra bottles than I didn't really expect, but still, even without those bottles, still a crazy month. So as always, when I do these haul videos, if you saw something that I haven't already reviewed on the channel and you want to see a review of it, like I haven't reviewed the Rare Perfection 10 yet, unless it was in a Whiskey Cigar Club, that might be the case, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So just let me know. Don't do stupid, and if you do, don't get caught. Bye.